The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Morning, fellas. Guys, very good morning. Today is Wednesday. Good morning, Chad, Deepak, Albert, Tom, Gerardo. Guys, today is Wednesday, April 27, so it's crude inventory day. If you guys are here on trial, good morning and welcome back. Moderately better day yesterday. Yeah, Dan, listen, there is nothing I can do for you right now, right? At 11 o'clock, I will take a look at it. Nothing I can do. Jock, good morning. We have had a few bot trades this morning. We had a short on the NASDAQ, which spiked to first target. Did not get to second target. Then took a long and rolled into a short. All targets hit. And we currently have a ES short at 745. It's not gone to target or stop. It's kind of flat. So we do have a trade on. Nothing in gold. And of course, crude and Russell are not trading at this point. In any event, we're here. We'll see what we get today. The bot is up nicely on the morning. And just looking around, currently, guys, we are green. NASDAQ off its highs. Currently up 48, ES up 20, YM's up 231, EMD up 10, Russell up 4. Gold is down $1.50. Good morning, James. If you guys are here on trial, good morning and welcome back. Let me quickly read the disclaimer. We'll check news. U.S. government required disclaimer. Futures and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell futures or options. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on the website. Past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. CFTC Rule 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Since trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. Last but not least, past performance is not indicative of future results. The fact that I may or may not be in a trade does not lend more or less credence to any trade. Trade according to your own accounts. Please trade according to your tolerance for risk. So here is, see if I can move this, guys. Then I'm going to take my break real quick. I'll show you guys the gold trade. So here's the gold trade, fellas. Hit all 3 targets, actually. I don't have this trade in my totals. I don't know why I was not getting data in. I didn't even notice that when I started my Ninja today. but we'll track the totals. Uh, 580. You got 370, 470, 570, and 50. No. 620. Oh. Well, that outsets it. Well, that's a pisser. That would have put me up over $2,000 on a week when I really can't afford to be missing trades. All right, guys, I'm going to take my breakfast break. I'll be back in about 20 minutes. There's 69. There's almost 70. Come on, one more push. 74. Close enough for hand grenades. $2,400, $2,300 plus net buyers. No blocks in the opening. Not one block trade in the first 5 minutes on the ES. Not a single block trade. All right, there's 75. NASDAQ is longs, guys. If you're not long, it's longs. 95 is the next target up. $94. ES has a block trade at two of them, 56 and 79, right at VWAP. 95 is resistance. Okay. Come on, let's get. All right, NASDAQ just took a long on the bot. Trade number 3. Got the 94. Next target up is 05, maybe 6, and up to 129. We're going to struggle a little bit at about 07, 8. If we get through 8, this is going to blow. This will blow up. This target on the bot is right about resistance. Got it. Target 1 filled. There we go. We're blowing up, guys. I hope you guys are long. Poland calling on EU states to not acquiesce to the Russians and paying rubles for gas. Next target up is about 130, fellas, on the NASDAQ. Look at the buyers. 130. Stacked imbalances in here. We're close to breaking out. 23 block up here at 120. Putin says if anyone wants to meddle with the Ukraine, Russia's response will be quick. This is close to breaking out, fellas. All buyers up in here. All buyers. There it goes. It's out. They should get 130 anyways now. See if NASDAQ can go and get this second target at 60 handles. It should. Next area of resistance on the NASDAQ, we're pushing a pivot here. But above this, we get 50. If it can get above this 37, 38, it's going to get that second target if you guys are long. Come on, push it. Pull back to 95. Let's hold this and bounce. There we go. Come on. If 95 fails, should it fail, we could pull back to 44. If we get through this last area of resistance here, the bot will get that second target. Probably on the next 10-minute candle in 2.5 minutes. Here we go. Come on. Push it. Out on the trailer on the NASDAQ. You guys good? This is a nice opening trade. You guys good? Nothing else is close to taking a trade. Okay, fellas. Jeez, nice, James. 9 contract trade. Nice. You're getting brave? I think it's still going to try to push, fellas. We got a ton of buyers, almost 3,000. James. Still buyers, fellas. Still buyers. There we go. We finally broke out. NASDAQ got second target. I'm out of the trade, but I think it did it. To the tick. 60 handles. To the tick. Might get a pullback here. Thank you, Jeff. ES failed at 95, 41.95 for the moment. I think it tries to push to 97, value area high. YM pulled back. Gold is still a short. And ES, nothing. Crude, nothing. Yeah, that's all I see, 97. Value area high, Greg. But we could try to work up to 05, which we've got to get through 95 first. I think it's a better short than a long with a stop above 05. But that's 16 handle stop. So I'd like to see it get through 95. I mean, look at, you still have an unfinished auction. You got a 50, two 50s, 56, and a 79. There we go. We're getting through 95. We should now trade 97. I get really interested in the ES above 42.05. NASDAQ, she's breaking out. All right, guys, I got you the easy money. Now let's see what we can come up with. NASDAQ looks like it wants to trade to 300. 300. Anybody long NASDAQ still? Anybody still in NASDAQ? Got above 97. There's ES. 42.05 is the next area. If we get above 42.05, we can try to work this to 42.50. There's 42.05, 06. There's your long, fellas. 12 is a target now. If you're not making money, you're not listening. There's your scalp. Anybody take the ES? Anybody take the ES? Above 05. You got 10 handles in it already, fellas. Anybody take ES? Okay, Robert. One guy? Okay, Chad. All right, Kenneth. Guys, I'm trying to get you into the trades. All right, Josh. Nice. Nice job, Randy. Okay, Justin, you made money, right? That's all that matters, especially if you're in the evaluation. I mean, they don't encourage you in and out of ES for your daily goal. Nice job, Frank. They don't encourage you to get a 100-point move. Gold still rolling. Man, I missed a nice trade. ES is going to go long on the bot. No, not for 13 minutes. So now, guys, we're targeting on the ES. I'd like to see a back test of 42.05 and a hold at 42.05. Doesn't look like ES is going to back test diddly squat. Now they're buying them. There's a 50, a 147 block, a 55. Waiting on we need another bar. NASDAQ's still going. Good Lord, fellas. This is just absurd. 5,000 buyers. You guys can thank Microsoft. Pull back here. Nope, no pullback. Lower high. Scalp short. Facebook just closed an open gap from 2 years ago. Seriously? On the downside or the upside? I'm assuming down. I'm assuming down, right? Yeah, 400. Nice job, Stephen. 461 tick range on the NASDAQ. For those of you guys that don't know what that means, we have an indicator. I don't have it on my charts. Let me put this in perspective. The indicator measures tick range over 3-minute candles, 3-minute bars. The NASDAQ is now trading at 461 tick range. Putting that in perspective, the NASDAQ trades super awesome 50 tick range. 50, okay? We are trading at extraordinarily high volatility right now on the NASDAQ. ES, I'm going to short on a break below this 99 quarter. It's back to 05, which is now going to act as some resistance. So 99, my stop will be 06. So stop is 06. So 95 will be a little bit of support again, 41.95. So if you want to take some risk off at 95, you can. Or as always, trade it as you see fit. So if this goes back up through 06, then we flip it into a long. NASDAQ holding VWAP. We've had continued selling for the last 9 consecutive minutes. And in the last 15 minutes, we've had 12 3-minute bars of net selling. A little bounce back to 16, maybe 17. There's 17. And it should fade here. So I'm not letting this go. You got the big offer on the ES at 05. If this goes through 06, it flips back into a long, right? If it loses 4,200, it could get smashed. Do you have a block seller here of 50 contracts? So the easy money is pretty much in. The easy money is in. ES held some support at 97. So we traded 17 and dropped back down. Looks like ES is going to take me out. Well, maybe not. Yeah, this is looking like it wants to come down again. We have net buyers in this candle. 300. Losing some. Now down to 150, below 100 net buyers on the NASDAQ, and here comes the ES. Rumbling, 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 rumbling. Come on, baby. Break that thing and go. VWAP has been stair-stepped higher. There's your first target. If you wanted to take some risk off at VWAP. 95 is our support. A break of 95, and we're going to try to trade this to 86, which is volume point of control. Trade them as you see fit, guys. You've got some risk off. We're below 4,200. Ideally, we want to get our close below VWAP. So trade them for your accounts. Trade them as you see fit. You've got money. I'm looking for the blowout. NASDAQ is now going to give us not quite. This 10-minute bar is going to close momentarily. There it is. Just below the cloud. We may get a bounce back up and then a dump. ES is in the cloud. I don't really think I want to see this above 01. Come on, sellers. Break 95. Announce your authority. What movie is that from? I want to see it come to 90. That's the bottom of the 10-minute cloud. And then a break of that, and this, I think, capitulates over. Big word for a stupid guy. Everybody good? Is everybody good? We've not had a losing trade, fellas. No losing trades. So nobody should be not making money unless you are doing your own dang thing. Bueno. Your daily goal is done. Nice. I want that unfinished auction at 41.77. That's right. All I do is win, win, win. Guys, we have an unfinished auction to trade to. 77.25. 77.25. I'll take one there and leave one. We can drop this stop down to even. You can get more aggressive if you'd like. All right, we have a bot trade, like a dope. I have a bot trade on crude. Nothing worse than a trade heading into inventory. Unfinished auction, next target, 77.25. So we got ES on the long, we got ES on the short. Might get some support at 76, right? Value area low. But this, guys, can now trade all the way down to 45. This could be a trade on for the whole day. So here is my goal here. Let me turn my ATM off. Next target, 77.25. One. There you go. Okay. So 77 quarter at that unfinished auction. Now plus 1,025 on ES. Order flow is the bomb. Yes, it is, Steve. Yes, it is. Anybody holding ES short, fellas? I mean, ES is now puked. It's puked, guys. Look at the 10-minute. We're below. This candle will clearly close below the cloud. Clearly. Look at the hourly. We never went into hourly longs. We got the bounce. We're going to get some hourly support at 64. One tick. Oh, got it. 77 quarter from 99. Got it. We have a bot trade somewhere. NASDAQ. Hang on, guys. Okay, now I'm just going to leave this. This is on for the day. Thank you, Jeff. We're coming lower, I would expect. Big bids all the way down here at 59. NASDAQ on the bot got target one already. Target one hit on the NASDAQ bot. Yeah, these 100 handle moves are freaking nuts. There's no question. I mean, it's, this is a market to be extremely nimble. Guys, this is not an easy market. Guys are used to buying stuff and buying dips and they just go for days. We're still not even at the lows yet. NASDAQ, same look. We're going to get this 10-minute close in 2.5 minutes below the cloud. NASDAQ, I think we see 680. What about the ES, Eddie? What about it? $30 handle move, fellas. This guy, there is no short on the ES bot. There's no short. No short. Made your week? Well, I would expect this guy down here, this bid at 300 cars to buy at 59 quarter is going to get filled. Nice job, David. David, Safel just passed his apex $150,000 combine on his first attempt. Meanwhile, I'm still working on mine. Nice job, David. Another funded trader. Yeah, guys, listen. David, how long were you in the combine? How many days did it take you to pass? 13 days, fellas. That is the patience that I generally do not have. But nice job. And that's what we talked about earlier, guys. If it takes you 4 weeks to pass, so what? To get through this combine, it is predicated on you guys taking small bites of the apple. I mean, I've already figured that out. It took Dan 22 days on a $300,000 account. Go ahead, Hubba. John Sellers just passed his $50,000 combine today. We got two guys that passed today. David Safel. Nice job, David. Nice job. Really nice job. As well to John. Nice job. Congratulations, fellas. NASDAQ could bounce 13,028. Could. ES starting to get a little bit of a, inkling it wants to bounce. I'm not interested in longs. Here's the ES, guys. I'll be interested in longs on the ES at 41.45. Assuming we get there. If we get there, that's, an area to take the long if you're going to take risk. David said my scalping education has been invaluable. Thank you, David. We could bounce back to VWAP, fellas. If you want to take your risk off, take it off. I won't let this go back above 86. John did his in 10 days. Otis has done over $2,000 3 consecutive days. Nice job, Otis. Guys, there's a lot of trade rooms out there. There ain't one that does what we do. There isn't one. I have bad days like everybody else, but there is not one. Is there anybody not making money today, guys? Yeah, so Rob, here's the deal. I have taught what happens after you have the funded account. Can you trade anyway? Yes, you can, Becky. Yes, that's what guys are telling me, that I can trade more my style once I'm funded. Right? I mean, I have to learn. Listen, I have to learn to be less aggressive. I've not done a trade yet today in that account. Not one. I'm just waiting for the market to slow down, and I'm just going to scalp it. Eddie on micros is up 322.75. Nice job, Eddie. Guys, and I want to put a disclaimer in this, okay? For anybody that may watch the video later on YouTube, I have not seen any single person's, whatever people are telling me, if they're up $300, up $2,000, up $10,000, whatever they're telling me, I have not seen or borne witness to one person's brokerage statement. I am taking what people are telling me at face value in the chat. I presume that they are telling me the truth. I don't want this above 86. But not one person has ever sent me a brokerage. Well, Chris has. And for what it's worth, a couple of weeks, he has a very big business in Houston. This is his gross P&L in a live account. This is not sim. For those of you guys that are on trial, I told you about Chris. He went through the order flow program. He made $808,000 for the week. For the week. Now he does trade hundreds. He's not doing that on 3 accounts or 3 contracts. He does trade 50 and 100 contract trades. All right, order flow. So one of the guys asked me about order flow class. Rob did. So the class that I'm doing now, which I'm currently in, I don't know, maybe week 15, but I think we're going to go. I'm going to go a week longer because last week was kind of a waste of a week. It was pretty slow and it made it really tough to teach. In any event, I have historically done 2 classes a year. I thought that this class that I'm doing may be my last. At least it's the last under the current program. So the current program is a 2-year membership, right? It's $59.97. I've given credit for the bot, right? So if you pay $2,500 for the bot, you subtract that from the $59.97. Call it the $6,000. So it's basically $3,000. And I give you the order flow indicator included in that. Okay? I will do another class in September. I will not offer a 2-year membership with that class. Now, I will still teach order flow, and I will still include my order flow indicator in that class. And it will still be a 6-month class, but I will charge differently because I'm not giving 2 years in the trade room. I don't want to commit for 2 more years. I mean, guys, listen, I think if you ask somebody, like Ray, who is an outstanding trader, order flow, or Chris, or some of these guys, I mean, order flow is, if you learn order flow, you will learn to trade. Plain and simple. Don't tell me about Fibonacci's. That's all guesswork. I know, Dan, I know, but it's all guesswork. But order flow is not, you're buying, look at, we're trading buyers and sellers at levels, right? And once you learn that and understand that concept, come on, man. Listen, because of you, Dan, I'm not as big a disbeliever in dead people. But you're one of the few guys that trades Fibonacci's well. Most guys don't know how to trade it and can't trade it. And really, my belief in Fibonacci is nothing more than mass psychology. That's all. Enough people believe it's going to a level or going to bounce at a level, it does. Anybody still holding ES? I think this is a trade. Here we are at value area low on the profile, volume profile. We should trade to 45. That's where this bus gets off, and I look for the long. Anybody still holding an ES? Okay, guys. I think we're coming 45, fellas, if you're holding. Look, we've got an unfinished auction to trade to at 46.75. 46.75. Almost have a 50 handle move here, guys. In 3 months, you guys will be begging for 50 handle moves. So, well, let me take this off. And where was that unfinished auction? Just below the day low, 46.75. All right, so here's what I've done. Whoops. Okay, there's my trade. By the end of June, we start to slow down. July and August, we get a pretty good first hour, and then it's, usually foobarred. That's all right. I mean, we're done at 11. Ten handles, guys, to pay dirt on that ES trade. Be a 53 handle trade. NASDAQ is within, we still need a bit to get that second target at 103 handles. 29. Right about, still needs work to do if it's going to get it. Crude is longs. We're just slowly yutzing around. We could get a retracement on this ES. I'm not doing anything unless I get that unfinished auction. Now that could come at 11:30, fellas. If you guys want to take your risk off and take your money, take it. You got a $1,600 ES running. NASDAQ is stupid right now, guys. Patrick, what's here? Hang on, guys. Come on. I give it a little more than 10. Another scalp there. The next order flow class I'll do in September. I don't want to do it over the summer because it's so slow. And it just takes so long. I mean, it's just so hard to find trade because, so here's the deal with the order flow class, right? We do trades in class. The goal is to try to pay for the class while we're in the class for 6 months, right? Which many have done. But when it's that slow in the summer, because I do class at noon, when it's that slow, there could be no trades. So, while the theory is great and I can teach theory, practical application is far better than theory. And there's just no way to teach when the markets are dormant. So let's see here, guys. Crude took a long, crude took a short. You guys will notice my bot is off. I don't generally run my crude bot on inventory day. I have not in many, many weeks. Crude would have been a winner here, a loser here, and a loser here. So I'll track the totals. 1 and 2. $484 tick range. Guys, the out on the Russell. That's the first losing bot trade today. No, it's not. NASDAQ had one. 511. We can't trade this, guys. Cannot trade it. Failed VWAP. So where's my thing? I'll show you guys the scalps if you guys want to whack at them. There's your scalp long. Another scalp here, or continued trade if you caught it, right? We're going to trail bottom of candles. That's why you grab 10 ticks. I think this is closer to a short than it is a long. I mean, as far as a real trade goes, I would short maybe 82. We got close. We got to 76. Another scalp, right? Right off the wick. We'll do this in the afternoon session when things slow down. Again, if you guys are in the afternoon session currently, I have sent everybody an email asking if you want to be in the afternoon session for May, which will be the last month I do it until September. We're not going to do it June, July, or August. If you guys would like to continue, please respond to my email. As of now, just so you guys know. Coming into the top of the hour. All right, I'm going to take this off, I think, here, guys. It's just, we're not finding any buyers. Doesn't mean we don't, but over 4,200 is just as good. As long as we maintain 95. This is trying to press. The sellers are trying below 95. I'm out. So we made money on, you got the 3 1/4 on 2 is 6.5 and gave back about 3. It's a short. Can't get over 4,200. It's a short unless we get above 4,200. Just broke VWAP on the NASDAQ. That's a short. Guys, the NASDAQ DOM looks like my water meter. It's spinning that fast. But we're back below VWAP. ES could not get above 4,200. That's your resistance. So when we finish the session, if you guys are going to continue to trade, you really want to get above 4,200. Now you have resistance at 41.95 and 4,200, and then 42.05. If it can clear 42.05, it can go a long way. Currently, NASDAQ's up 35, ES is up 18, YM is up 71. And if you guys will give me 1 minute, I'm just going to go get a Red Bull. I'll be right back. Anybody in the room that did not make money today? Is there anybody that did not make money? I do not believe we had a losing trade today at all, anywhere. Couple minutes, I'll show you bot trades. I'll give you my total, which is an exceptional total. Thankfully, we still got a shot of being green on the week. We have 2 sessions left. You're welcome, Frank. So everybody has made some money today, right? All right, we're good. No need to push the envelope. All right, fellas. 30 seconds. You stopped trading after you made 1,000 in your Apex account. Nice job, Eileen. Daily goal, $450 with MES. You're very welcome, Arjan. Tomorrow's going to be the big day, fellas. Apple and Amazon. It's the big day. I think Apple is going to give terrible forward guidance. And if that's the case, that we could see the dam break on Friday. I mean, at the moment, we have 5,000 net buyers in NASDAQ, and we're still now trying to crawl above VWAP. All right, guys, it's 11 o'clock. There's your watch your ES, guys, above 95.50 if you want to try it again. First target is, again, right around, call it 99.50, 99.50. And then I'll get to bot trades. Come on, you dog. Come on. Got it. NASDAQ is dragging us. We're above 4,200. Next trade is 42.05, or next target, 42.05. A break of 42.05. Here we go again. Break of 42.05, and we go ski. Anybody take that? Last trade of the day, unless you're in the afternoon session. Anybody take that? Okay. Guys, for those of you who are on trial, I rarely trade the ES. I rarely trade this thing. Got to get over 05, and this could be a big trade. But on days like today, it's just an easier trade than the NASDAQ, which is pinging around, like an escaped inmate from an asylum, wielding a butter knife. All right, guys, let's do bot trades. It was a phenomenal day. Monday was a horrific trade, and it was very difficult to go through those trades. Today was a lot easier. Let's talk about gold. Let's talk about gold. Gold had one trade today, which is not reflected in my totals because for some reason when I started Ninja, I did not get gold data. So I do not have this trade in my totals. But it is marked for statistical reasons, right? So, I keep all trade data. I don't have it in my totals, but it took one trade and it was a winner. A nice winner too. Figures one to miss. ES had two trades today. They were both winners. We had this short at 7:45 a.m. 7:45 a.m. First and second targets. Then we had this long at 10 o'clock this morning, and it spiked into first target only. So the ES was very, very good to us. Very good to us today. Russell had a single trade for me, which was a losing trade. Nothing from the open. You can see it. Nothing. We got the short signal here, trade number one. This is a subsequent signal, right? This is not an additional trade or a second trade. That's just an additional sell signal, which should be confirming this, and it went to a loss. So 0 for 1 today on the Russell, which was 4 for 4 yesterday. NASDAQ had a day. We're going to be out here, out in the ES. NASDAQ had today 5 trades. Trade number one at 6:33. Remember, NASDAQ starts trading at 6 a.m. Trade number one at 6:33 was a first target winner only, did not get to second target. Trade number two at 6:54 is a failed long, which flopped into a short at 7:03 and got all targets. Trade number three was a long at 9:33, all targets. Trade number four was a short, first target only. And you can see For instance, the previous trade at 933, target one was 19.5 handles. Well, when we took this trade at 1015, it was 33 handles. Volatility increased. The bot made adjustments for average true range, and it's a hell of a trade, right? That's it. So trade, thought I had 5. 1, 2, 3, I did. Trade number 4, that's trade 4, fellas. And that makes this trade 5. So 5 trades, 4 nice winners. Last but not least is crude. Those of you guys that have been members for a while know I don't trade crude on inventory day. My bot was on, and it took this trade here, and I manually closed that trade. I do not trade crude on inventory day. So I don't have this, or this big winner either. But it would have taken 3 trades. And I'll explain this. On days in the past, and I have not run my crude bot for months on a Wednesday. In days in the past, I would never have taken a trade after 10 a.m. anyways, right? Would have taken this long at 10:12, failure, this short, just ahead of inventory, failure, and then this long, and obviously winners. Now, for those of you guys that are new with the bot or potentially here on trial contemplating the bot, there is no right or wrong. For instance, I don't trade. My bots are never on a day when I have 4-star news at 8:30. I will not trade around news. Now, that is not a hard and fast rule. That is a trader discretion rule, right? For instance, a rule is you can turn right on red. That's a rule, right? You come to a stop, you stop. That's a rule. We all do it. Well, with the bot, it's trader discretion. Do you want to trade 4-star news like non-farm payroll? Do you want to trade, during, something that will directly affect the market? I don't know. Generally, if we have non-farm payrolls or we have some major 4-star news, I'll turn my bots off ahead of news. Now, some of you guys may have jobs and may not do it. I have many traders that trade during news, and I can show you numerous winning trades during news. It's irrelevant to me. I'm an individual. Y'all are individuals. Trade them as you see fit, right? There is no Bob said I must do this. So on inventory day, there is no rule that says you should not trade during inventory, but I have learned my lessons the hard way. If I would have taken these 3 trades, you have a long at roughly 164, flips into a short at 18. You've got a 54 tick loss is $1,500. It's $1,500, right? Then you get $100.15 and goes into a long at 101. You now have an 85-cent loss times 3 is, call it 2,500. You got $4,000 in losses on these 2 trades. And then you get back $1,000 just over. This cost you $3,000. I don't trade crude on inventory days. Now again, there is no rule that says you can't, but I have learned my lesson in the past. Here is my bot total for the day, plus 5,317.50. Okay? Plus 5317.50. Now, that number would be adversely affected by $4,000 in crude, which would have given me, give or take $1,300 green. Additionally, I didn't get the gold trade for another $600. So regardless, if you traded crude, it's still a roughly $2,000 day. If you did not trade crude, it's a $5,300 day. If you're intent on trading crude, On inventory, my suggestion is you wait until after inventory and then trade it. Of course, it shuts off at 11, but if we would have waited until after inventory, we would have gotten that long at 10:33. So again, I don't mess with crude on inventory day, either manually or robotically. I just stay away from crude. Anybody have any questions? Still can't get over 4,200 and maintain that. We're back below 95. All right, for my trials, I will send you out another email today. We're getting closer to at least break even. We're still maybe $3,000 away with 2 days left. I think we can do it now. If the bot can come back from a historic $9,400 loss, that's better than I would have hoped for. Fellas, be blessed. I will see all of you tomorrow, 8 a.m. My trials, thank you again. My 1 o'clock guys, I'll see you at 1 o'clock. If anybody needs